Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. diggnation.com. Hello, welcome to Diggnation, episode number 102. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Diggnation covers some of the hottest user-submitted stories on the social news website, digg.com. That's digg.com.
Yes.
Wow, 102, 102, the big 102 say.
102. We are in San Francisco,
We are.
sitting in my apartment.
Back in your pad, and we have got some Cerveza del Pacifico, a.k.a. Pacifico.
It is good stuff.
You know, it's really nice. It's nice to get a nice crisp, you know, and it's a good Southern California beer, even though we are in Northern California.
Yes, yes. What is going on? Oh, Prayer caught my cat on fire before the show.
It's always good.
Yep. There was tea and
Burning kitty.
burning cat.
There's a lot of hot pussy in the kitchen.
Right. And yes. Where do you go with that?
All right, next story.
Next story, Safari on Windows. As we all know, Macworld, or WWDC was this week, Worldwide Developers Conference for Macs. Kind of a big thing to come out of.
Well, we talked about this.
Oh, all right.
We talked about this like a week or two ago, something like that. That Safari. Hello.
There you go.
What's up, kitty, kitty?
Oh, dude.
She attacked me.
You freaked her out and she just hit her head on the laptop. Prager, quit laughing. Prager is burned my cat today, and now he laughs when she gets hurt.
Kitty. I didn't realize that would scare the cat.
But dude, you gotta be careful. She is a shelter cat.
But this is the thing. You say she's a shelter cat. She came out and met me the first time. She was jumping, laying on my lap, purring, jumping around, chasing flies and shit.
She had been here a few days, so she's starting to get comfortable, and then Prager burns her.
She's a party cat. She's been drinking stuff. And clearly that was graceful. Not quite for me, as I was being attacked by your cat.
I think we should watch it in slow-mo.
No, we're not slow-moing it.
No slow-mo.
All right.
But, well, a couple weeks ago or a week ago, we talked about the fact that the only penetration that Safari has is 1.9%.
Percent. Oh, it's higher than that. It's like 4%.
No, it's 1.95. That was the thing. Remember when we talked about Firefox being 25%? The penetration for Safari is 1.95.
They're claiming right around 4% or so, or I don't know. I think it would be a little bit higher than that. On Dig, we see it much higher than that, of course.
Well, of course, because that's 90% of the people that use Dig use Macs.
That's not true.
Yeah.
It's really not true.
But I'm going to say first off, you're not using Safari.
I don't.
And I don't think most people use Safari. Like IE, most people that have Macs probably use. Well, I feel like people with Macs know more about how to download Firefox.
Right. Well, if you're a new user to your Mac, of course, like my mom has a Mac and she uses Safari because she doesn't know there's this thing called Firefox.
Right.
It's like the IE on Windows thing for the noobs. But for me personally, I love the extensions that are in Firefox. So and there's a couple add-ons for like Safari that you can install and kind of work themselves in.
Yeah.
There's Inquisitor, which is a really cool kind of search extension for it. But honestly, it's not just there. It's not there. So
well, Firefox, it just seems like it's more geared towards people that know what they want. That they want something more than just a window to the internet.
Right. So how do you feel about this being a Windows user? How do you feel about Safari? I mean, you don't care, right?
The only people that would use Safari would be the people that would be using IE and not know that they could install another version of any software. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And the only people who even would be interested in using Safari on Windows would be people that would know how to go out and download a different browser.
Right.
And all of those people are going to use Firefox.
Right.
So I think you will probably see a minimal footprint.
I agree.
On Windows.
This was the most confusing thing to me.
No, I know.
Everyone was kind of sitting around being
yeah.
like, why is Apple... See, that's why I think they're...
Because it's not like iTunes, where it's
Right.
like, it brings something that it's not available.
Right.
You know what I mean? Although now they have the Zune Marketplace, which is sort of like it, but still.
Something is not right here. Do you know what I mean? Like, Apple has something else going on behind the scenes. There's a reason...
We can think.
There's one thing that somebody brought up that I thought was pretty interesting, is that the browser inside of the iPhone is based on WebKit, which is what Safari is based on.
Right.
So what they're saying, and this is very true, is for all the developers that want to develop web applications for the iPhone, but don't want to go out and buy an iPhone, they can do it directly within Safari. So it's good for the developers, and from that standpoint, the Windows developers that want to make web applications for the iPhone. Right, but you just
mean WAP stuff.
No, it's a full-blown browser.
Right, but I mean it's on a small but are you saying but if you're developing something specifically for the phone, I'm assuming you would develop it on a smaller scale. And
Right. You're just testing it out. Like, dude, there was a
that makes sense. And that's probably why they want to do it. Like, because there aren't any third-party applications right now for the iPhone.
There's no way to kind of simulate it. Here's a great story that was about the iPhone Dig interface. So check this out. This is actual live code that will be running on the iPhone that you'll be able to run on the iPhone. It's a interface for Dig. Uses the API. You click on it. And now look how it scrolls. It's just like the iPhone. You flick it with your hand.
Right, but now this is all... See, here's the thing that this is my one worry about the iPhone, is all this shit costs so much money. Data plans for the phones suck.
They're like, it's going to be like $40 or whatever.
Yeah, 40 extra bucks just so I can check my email on my iPhone? I'm not interested. You know what I mean? Like, especially because with the Wi-Fi capability, I can just go to dig.com.
Well, that you'd be able to do.
Wi-Fi.
That you'd be able to do. So if you didn't want to pay the data phone, or the data plan, you could just jump on Wi-Fi and just use this only when you're around hotspots that support it.
Yeah, now that I'm almost more willing to pay the $29 a month to get T-Mobile's hotspot access.
Right.
Than pay, and just because, I could probably walk 5 feet and find a T-Mobile hotspot. You know what I mean?
They're pretty much all over the place in major cities, yeah.
Yeah, and it would be cheaper, and wouldn't have to worry about caps, because $44, I'm sure that's not a full...
Well, you know what
there's a lot of stuff that we'll
see.
There's a lot of we'll sees about the iPhone. But I think you're right. I think that the reason why they're doing this, to bring it to Windows, is to allow people to develop applications for the iPhone. That's interesting.
Yeah. There's got to be something else, though.
At least job applications. That's the other thing, is there's no application... developer kit for the iPhone. There's no third-party applications. They've said that.
They announced that, yeah. At the conference, they said basically you have to develop. They're saying the way that you can do it is by making a web application, which is kind of like.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Everyone was kind of thought that was lame.
That's stupid. Because then, if you're not connected to the internet, you can't have that application on your iPhone.
Right. It's not really an application. It's an internet thing.
Although theoretically, I guess you could download it and then point your browser to a local thing on the flash memory or whatever. The one thing I hope that I will say that I hope they have is that if you are at a website, like if you did go to the Dig widget and you wanted the icon on your desktop, or on the front screen of the phone, allow me to say, okay, throw this on the front screen of my phone. Because right now the way they're showing it working is you launch the web browser, you kind of go to your favorites, you find it, and then you're like that's just, why would they do anything different?
Well,
they don't want third-party applications.
It's not an application, it's an icon.
Yeah, but they want to own that space. They want to make sure that is a specific view that you get when your iPhone's turned.
Well, then make something called favorites that I can just click on it and it goes. I don't know.